Good morning, everybody. This is Rodney Watson, Politics205.com, and I'm a candidate for the District 3 County Commission race, Jefferson County, Alabama. I'm running against Jimmy Stevens. I put out that little message yesterday, and I put it out mainly to put the point out there that there's a difference between me and Jimmy, and there's a difference between the people that's going to vote for me and the people that's going to vote for Jimmy. And there's going to be some people that just not going to be real happy with me when I get in there, if I get in there. And I would just tell them up front, don't vote for me. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be hard on them, but I've got some things I'm wanting to start talking about, and I don't want them to, I don't mind them commenting on it, but I don't want them telling lies. Because the truth is, District 3's been neglected. Alright? I've talked about this before when we talked about the litter, and these same people that was telling me that I was lying about the population in Birmingham, the crime in Birmingham, and that this state is not going to help the whole region as it was sold to so many people. It was voted down 20 years ago, and these people come out and said that I was lying, that the population was growing. It grew by 0.1%, which is about 600 people for Jefferson County. And we probably had to bring that many people in to build this interstate out here. Well, that's federal spending, so I haven't lied there. They said I lied about all the jobs going south of town. Shelby County, or the growth going south of town, Shelby County grew by 9%. Huntsville's growing by 14%. And everything you put out there, they want to say is a lie because it has to support their lie. That they're going to have a renaissance in Birmingham without jobs. They're going to have a renaissance in Birmingham without getting the crime under control. They're going to have a renaissance in Birmingham without getting the poverty rate down. Okay, so they're going to create a renaissance in Birmingham by bringing you a stadium to Birmingham, and it's going to help the whole region. That's what they said. And when you counter them with fact articles, when you put up multiple economists that counters it, they get mad at the messenger for bringing the message out. And they got mad at me, and they said everything from that I don't respect women. Well, I respect women in the regards that they can be treated just like anybody else when they telling lies. If a man tells a lie or a woman tells a lie, it's still a lie. And I just respond to women just like I do men. I don't. There's one woman that I don't respond that way to, and that's my wife. Any other woman, I don't have any business trying to be any kinder to her than I would a man. You know what I mean? And I hadn't even been rough on men, but I've told them the truth. But I don't have any interest in any of these women. So why would I at all try to win them over any more than I would a man? I'm happily married, and I've told them that. And of course, they took that wrong. But my wife is the only woman that I have any business trying to be overly nice to. You know what I mean? She's the only woman that I have any business, her or my mother, that I have any business treating different than I would any other person. And I don't have a daughter. So that's why I'm on, with that, I treat women just like I do men, and I think that's the respectful way to treat all people, treat everybody the same. But with this being said, I'm just putting it out there that they've said some stuff about me that's not true, which that's fine, but they're mad at the message. They're mad at the message. And we've got some new stuff coming out. I say new, it's stuff I've been talking about the whole time, but it's District 3. We've been neglected. And we're going to try to get this litter cleaned up. We're going to try to affect these illegal dumps. But to do that, I've got to try to get some funding for that. And that funding's got to come from these other projects that they've got going on. And when you start to take those projects away as a county commissioner, or you start to try to get into their budget to pick up your litter in District 3 or to get the illegal dumps taken care of in District 3, they're going to go to screaming and squalling. They already screaming and squalling. And all I'm doing is pointing out the facts about this stadium downtown. Excuse me, I've been a little bit sick. So it's going to be a fight in there just to get the litter cleaned up. All right? Well, when we get the litter cleaned up, we get the illegal dump sort of looked at, seeing what we can do about that. That's going to take getting some money for our sheriff's department and getting them some more funding. Well, it ain't been about 3 or 4 years. There was some people against giving the sheriff's department some more funding. Well, anytime you go do something in society on government spending, you increase the need for the police, because police has to keep order. Even if you do something great and wonderful, and I grow we get a job, a major factory in out there in District 3, and we get a pretty good influx of people moving in to work in that industry. That city that industry's in, or that part of the county, we've got to have more deputies down there, or we've got to have more police, because you got more people. And even law-abiding citizens, we have to have law and order. So you can't do anything in society without the potential of always needing to add some police. That's just like with the stadium downtown. You already have a high crime rate, and you go take something like this and put in a high crime area. It's going to bring people in to watch a game, possibly. It's going to bring some in. Well, they've got to be protected. Well, you got to have more police, so you just add more expense. Versus if you put it in an area that's not high crime, you may not have to add any police. You know what I mean? But these are the things that government has to do. You can't just build a building and not expect that when you get people coming in there that you're not going to have police. So you put a strain on the government, and that's okay. That's part of growth. But when we go to clean up this litter in District 3, and we go to get these illegal dumps taken care of, and I go to trying to get some of this money that they're blowing all over the county on ridiculous stuff to try to help District 3, it's going to be a fight. Every day up there's going to be a fight. Once we try to get us an industry out there, once I solicit some businesses and I go meet some people and talk to them and tell them about what we have, I tell them about I-22, I tell them about our rail systems out there, I tell them about our workforce out there. And I try to get the industry in out there. About the time that industry comes out there to look at a spot that I may have sort of lined up front for them, or I've talked to that's got a piece of property available, your other commissioners are going to be jumping up and down saying, well, they can bring it to my area. We got a better area. And then you want to have maybe some representatives or some state senators that got some contacts, and then they're going to try to wiggle it on the political side to get it moved to where they're wanting it moved to. That's going to be a fight. They're going to try to take everything we got in District 3 and put it in their districts. And the reason they do that is we do not have anybody that represents us. We don't have lobbyists out there. You go over at Vestavia, I can go show you an office where there's a lobbyist, a lobbying firm. And they lobby for that side of town. They're on that side of town. That's where those kind of people are at. And they just, we just don't have those kind of people in District 3. It's about representation. It's not about money. And so to get these things done in District 3, it's going to be a fight every single day. They're going to make an excuse why we shouldn't do it in District 3, why District 3 doesn't deserve anything. Even down there on that river. The river runs the whole length of District 3 just about. On the western end. We're not getting near the outdoor activities out of that river that we should be getting, not to mention our creeks and streams. Well, they're going to scream and holler when I want to get behind something that's going to benefit one of our communities out there. They just not going to want to spend any money on that. And I'm going to have to show all the documentation about how much benefit developing your outdoor areas, how much benefits they bring to the community. Because, your outdoor areas, they're already there. You don't have to build it. And they are unique to your particular area. All you've got to do is develop it a little bit. And if you read up on the outdoor economy, that is what is so good about it. Those areas already exist, and you're sort of just getting in behind it. So we want to get the litter cleaned up. We want to get the illegal dumps taken care of. I want to try to develop some of these outdoor areas, and I want to try to get us an industry in out there. And after we get that stuff done and get some people moving back in there, that's going to include also changing up some zoning and loosening up some restrictions for some of this stuff. Because that's what's going to come up too. They're going to say, well, that's not zoned for that. Well, we're going to have